What's up, guys? We're back for week 3 of the Summer Sizzle, but it's week 5 of me starting the transformation because I did the 2-week onboarding. So I just weighed in, down to 250. So I started at 258, I'm down to 250. I've officially lost 8 pounds. And I think I've gained quite a bit of muscle in the process. So hopefully I've lost more body fat than just that. Today, our workout is a Wednesday workout in the Summer Sizzle program. So again, it's week 3 of the Summer Sizzle. We're gonna be doing an active warm-up, and then we're gonna run through our core work today, and then it's supposed to be a track day, but I've been having some foot problems, so I just wanna make sure I don't let those flare up. So I'm gonna be doing my track work on the assault runner. Since it's curved, it takes a little bit of the pressure off my foot, and so I'm able to push it a little bit harder on that without the risk of getting hurt. So we're gonna roll through that and walk through the whole workout. Let's go. All right, so we just finished our active warm-up. I'm lifting by myself, so I finished the active warm-up. We're gonna move into, I keep saying we. I'm going to move, let's just go with we. So we're gonna be doing 10 strict toes to bar, and then we're gonna be doing a med ball side toss against the wall, and then we're gonna be doing some carries. So just a suitcase carry into a waiter's carry. So I'll explain it all as we go through. But the first thing we got is gonna be 10 strict toes to bar. So on the toes to bar, keep everything nice and tight, point your toes, come to the bar, and then control it back down. So if those are just way too challenging, the first thing I would have someone do, if they're super, super hard, is just gonna be just a knee tuck like that. And then if you wanna advance it a little bit, you can go tuck, knee tuck, and then control it down there. The best thing to learn how to do is strict toes to bar, when I've worked with a ton of people in the CrossFit space, people that couldn't do a toes to bar, is to have someone just help you up to the bar and then control the eccentric down. But you probably wanna do at least like cut the reps in half on that one. You would come here, come to an L sit, and then have somebody help you push your feet up, and then you're just gonna control the eccentric down. So every rep, you'd have someone here, you'd come up to an L, they'd help you get to the bar, and then control your feet back down. So anyway, 10 reps. All right, the next one we got is going to be just a med ball side toss. The biggest thing on these that you want to focus on, getting a good rotation. You're gonna start here, but pushing all that, transferring that weight and that force from this hip, boom, into the ball, right? So instead of just being kind of static here, you want to make sure you're hitting it with your really rotating, punching that hip into the wall, and really throwing the ball as hard as you can. I just had a thought as I was doing those. The reason that I love these core trisets so much, well, I guess it's good cardio. Like my heart rate it's going between 150 and 130, just because I'm out of shape. But the other thing is, it's one of the reasons that I've hardly ever got an upper body injury. All this like hanging, toes to bar, there's a lot of scapular retraction and engagement there. Obviously the carries help, it just helps your upper body recover. If you're doing core work, that's a little bit more dynamic. I mean, it helps your lower body as well, but it's a great way to like break up the week so you don't get overuse injuries, and you don't feel beat up, and just works you through some big ranges of motion so your body recovers. All right, we're into our next triset. So we're gonna be doing 3 moves again, triset. We're gonna be doing a landmine, just bar rotation. And what we're focusing on here today is going to be almost like being in a standing plank. Keep those glutes tight, core stays tight, and then we're gonna be resisting the rotation today. So not opening our hip and letting it dip down. Keep everything straight, hips stay straight. You'll feel a lot of tension in your core. And we're just gonna work back and forth, trying to stay as static as possible. Once we're done with that, sit up on the glute ham raise machine. On these, it's really important you come down to protect your low back. Well, for me, I've always found that it protects it. Really Try to keep your core tight, squeeze your glutes, and then you're just gonna fire your quads on the way back up. So we're gonna go 15 reps there, and then we'll finish it off with just a 45-degree back extension. I mean, I'm just gonna try to make sure I'm pushing back into my hips, keeping my back straight, and then initiating the movement by squeezing my glutes on the way up, get a nice squeeze at the top, and then back into the next rep. So we're gonna go through that just for 3 rounds. All right, guys, we finished up the core work. The next thing we got is going to be those 6 300s. So the way it's written up in the program, you run a 300 and then you walk the 100, and you do that 6 times. I was gonna do the assault runner, but I've decided it's so nice outside that I'm just gonna do it outside of fitness culture. So 1 lap around the building is right around 300 meters. So what I'm gonna do, run around the building once, and then I'll walk to the end of the parking lot and back, and then go into my next rep. So I'm gonna do 6 of those. All right, so we just finished up the conditioning. That conditioning took right around 12 minutes, so it wasn't too bad. Since I'm not losing weight quite as fast as I'd like to be around 240 by the end of this thing. So we're gonna take a break, go home, eat, shower up. Then later this evening, we're gonna meet you guys at some stairs that are great to do, just some long duration cardio. So see you later. All right, guys, back afternoon. What time is it right now? 4:14, and it's pretty hot out. It's 92 degrees right now. So this is what we're gonna do. We've got this huge staircase right here, which is pretty awesome for cardio. So we're gonna start off by just running 10 reps, so 10 stairs at the top, just do a little hit. And then once we're done with that, we're gonna move into doing just 5 full lengths. We're not gonna, I'm not in good enough shape just to run this thing 5 times. So we're just gonna walk them, but at a pretty good pace. So I've been doing this in the morning every once in a while, and usually my heart rate gets to about 175 by the time I get to the top after a couple reps. So let's go. All right, finished the 10 short sprints, and then I just did 1 so far of the long one. So definitely the heat's getting my heart rate elevated. I noticed just even on the way down it's higher, so it should be a good session. We're at 20 minutes right now, so yeah, let's keep it rolling. That wraps it up for that workout. Took 49 minutes and 34 seconds for the total thing. My average heart rate was 154. So I would say that's a victory. If I don't get skinny doing that shit, I don't know how I'm gonna get skinny. I guess I just gotta eat less. But remember, the goal is to train so hard that you can not eat less, right? So that wraps it up for week 5 of the transformation. We got 5 more weeks. I need to start pushing the pace a little bit. I'm gonna try to add this 2 times a week, not in the heat next time probably. I'll probably go in the mornings. Every like 3rd day, I'm probably gonna do just 1 time in the morning and come do this just to add a little extra cardio into the week, because I can tell I'm gonna be gassed tomorrow. Anyway, it was fun. It felt good. It felt good to get out here in this St. George heat, because I've been up in Idaho for months and got acclimated to the cold. Anyway, Summer Sizzle is still in full swing, so if you guys want to hop in and do it with me, you can click the link below and try it out. And see you guys next week.